On the early morning of February 28, 1994, six brave Bosnian Serb pilots in their outdated Jastreb J-21 jets took off for a high-risk bombing mission over a NATO-enforced no-fly zone. Led by Ranko Vukmirovic, the pilots knew they were outmatched in terms of technology. Their target, a weapons factory. Their challenge, NATO's F-16 Falcons, formidable opponents equipped with far superior technology. The Bosnian jets kept low to avoid radar detection, but as the target neared, they were forced to climb to 2,000 meters, and that's when the NATO radars lit up. Within moments, two F-16s were dispatched to intercept them. Despite their old age, the Bosnian pilots pushed ahead, targeting their objective with precision. Vukmirovic and his squadron released bombs on target, striking from different angles, but their victory was short-lived. As they turned back towards base, the American F-16s were hot on their trail. Despite the J-21's speed disadvantage, the Bosnian pilots did what they could to evade the relentless pursuit. They dove through the hills, hoping the terrain would give them an edge. However, one by one, the Bosnian jets were picked off by the faster, more powerful F-16s. Zlatan Krnaric found himself all alone after his wingman was taken out. Desperately, he flew through the valleys, barely evading missile strikes. The F-16s kept firing, but Krnaric refused to give up, surviving a terrifying missile strike that clipped part of his tail. Though damaged, he pressed on, pushing his aircraft to its limits. But the relentless American pilots were closing in. Vukmirovic and his wingman Goran Zaric found themselves with no more options. They dove toward the ground, executing a high-speed maneuver in a last-ditch attempt to escape. But it was too late. Vukmirovic's jets slammed into the earth, bursting into flames. Zaric's aircraft didn't fare much better, struck by another missile before he could even eject. The skies grew quiet after the smoke cleared. Krnaric was the only one left. As he limped home with a damaged jet, another F-16 appeared in his path. Expecting the worst, Krnaric braced himself for a final strike, but to his surprise, the American pilot saluted him before flying off. Of the 6 men who embarked on this mission, 3 never returned home. Krnaric later reflected, "I don't have any bad feelings towards the American pilots. We had our task, they had theirs." The event would become known as the Banja Luka incident, marking NATO's first combat engagement in its history. In the end, the F-16 pilots had earned their victory, but they had also shown honor, a rarity in such high-stakes